Hey everyone, Pupsker here. I now have probably about 10 hours, I would say, in Borderlands 4. So let's do a day one performance review on the game and talk about it. Because I know everyone's number one biggest issue with the game right now is how is the actual performance of the game? Is the game running well? And I'm at least happy to say that it's running well enough on my machine, but I have an 3080 like GPU. I have an i9 3930K, or sorry, i9 12900K CPU. I have 32 gigs of RAM. If this goddamn game didn't run well on my machine, I would be pretty pissed off, you know? So that's to say, it does run well if you have a good machine. But if maybe you have one of the weaker PCs, you might not be in luck. What is that, an airstrike? Oh no. Oh no, the level of these enemies are getting pretty high now. I need to do side quests. It is what it is. But I've only ended up crashing once in the game so far. And I'm kind of happy about that, because I don't want to crash too many times. And I only crashed after playing about like 7-8 hours this morning. So I mean, like, I'm pretty happy about that. Right? Like 7-8 hours of gameplay, crashing. That's manageably okay. Right? Yeah. And the frame drops are pretty minimal. That being said, the game does have a lot of like visual noise. Like graphically, there's a lot of things happening at once. I'm pretty sure you can acknowledge that. If there's a lot of explosions, a lot of abilities going off, I can't hit that or shit. Then there's a lot kind of happening at once. Are there multiple airstrike crashes? Okay, I totally need to go do like side leveling after. I'm way too under-leveled right now. That's kind of how that works. Because I've just been grinding through the main story. I haven't been doing a ton of side stories. I've only done like 4 or 5 side quests right now, max. And if you know anything about Borderlands, there's a lot of side content, and the game does want you to explore a lot of it, right? And I just haven't done a lot of that right now. I've only really played with my Siren. I haven't played any other character right now, so only Siren. Ah! And I'm only gonna be doing a trouble minions kind of build. And I'm just gonna see how that goes, you know? We'll try with the minions build, and if it ends up failing, that's okay too. Because, like, Borderlands is for fun. It doesn't really matter too much. Oh, come on. Where was the other one? There it is. Hey. Definitely not the ideal location for me at my level, but whatever. I was wondering if the areas in Borderlands were kind of like level locked, and I think this kind of proves it. That I've progressed a little too far right now, and I need to go back and do some side quests. So, hey. But I am really happy to announce I have played a good chunk of Borderlands, and the story writing is actually not that bad. Like, the dialogue between characters is pretty good. It's not as, like, cringe bad Borderlands 3. It's a lot better, okay? So, thank God. We've been saved, everybody. The main characters, all of the enemy character, he's not actually that bad. He doesn't even show up a ton for a while. But I'd say he's like a pretty good character. Okay, I don't want to actually mess around here. Ooh, no, but I have to. I gotta get loot. I was like, I kind of don't want to, but I do, you know? It's always good to get sweet, sweet loot. So there's a lot of good stuff, side stuff to do, a lot of areas to explore. If you haven't seen, this is the general map of Borderlands 4. It goes from you do an area here, you explore, you go here or here, and you kind of then level up and explore from there. So there's a lot of side quests that I can pick up. All of these are like side quests I can pick up. There's a lot of side quests I can do. There's a lot of areas to go to. There's a lot of collectibles to grab, the vault symbols and whatnot. There are things like Ancient Crawler. There's a lot of areas to fully explore, unlock. You can get a lot of like fast travel points. And you can also toggle anything on and off. So if you just want to like look at the map without all of the little notifications on it, you can totally do that. The regions of the map, or it looks like 4 regions, the fade fields, which in my mind, I view that as like part 1 of the game, and I did that. You kill the first big boss, and then you either go to Terminus Range or Carcadia Burn. And I feel like the natural route is to go to Carcadia Burn. Maybe Terminus Range is the highest level area. And then I assume when you do that, you might go to Dominion at the very end game and then fight the final boss there. But that's all of the area, and that's all of the game I've unlocked so far. I am level 17 Vex. I have decent DPS weapons. I've fallen into the trap of taking like a lot of non-elemental Torg and Jacob's weapons because they have the highest DPS. So I want to try taking more proper elemental weapons so that I can actually hit enemies with elemental DPS, stuff like that. But I've just been grinding out so far, playing through the main story mission and doing certain contracts, challenges, and missions as I actually get to it. Because I do need to level, okay? I do need to level my character. This is my level 17 Siren. I'm going for kind of a goofy all passives build, kind of, right? Bonus kinetic damage with guns while my active skill, my action skill is active. Not bad. I get bonus maximum health for my minion, and then increased gun damage for a duration after commanding trouble. And then I took straight up Vex and her minions gain critical hit damage, and then I'm taking my minion critical hit chance. So it's kind of a goofy, very passives build here, but there's a lot of different ways you can build this character so far just from this one skill tree. Like, you can do more of an overshield healing defensive build. You can do more what I'm doing, which is just going for damage. You can do more shock elemental damage. You can do more other damage. You can do more cryo, more overshield, right? Overshields will boost your fire rate as well. Yeah, so ordnance build where you use ordnances and then you get buffs. So there's a lot of different ways to build a character. I'm not min-maxing my character per se. I'm just building however and then going from there, just seeing how the game takes it. You can always swap around your different attunements and your like different skills here and there. And then you can also respec in your town if you want. You can try swapping on the different skills like that, but it's not really a good idea, obviously, because then you don't have the augment buffs on that. And it's not really worth leveling up your side trees here because you have your tree here. So, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with Borderlands 4. I think a lot of people are kind of concerned about this one. And I think the only thing you might want to be concerned about is your PC performance. Because I'm not going to lie, people might still have a lot of PC performance issue problems. Especially if they don't have like a brand new, somewhat updated in the past 5 to 10 years PC. If you have an old PC, you don't have like 16 gigs of RAM, might be a little rough. Like, I don't know how well you could play off this game with like 8 gigs of RAM, really old GPU, because the low tier specs recommended like a 2070 with 16 gigs of RAM for like minimum specs, right? I don't know how the game's gonna go, but I'm at least glad that it's going well for a lot of people. Level 12 guns? Frick, man. Yeah, we gotta swap these out right now. I'm like, level 12? Oh, nice, an enhancement. Yeah, we're actually finally getting enhancements now. But yeah, no, that's my very casual chatter about the game day one. I think they did good, okay? I think they did a good job with it. I'm enjoying the game, and I haven't had, just personally, I haven't had terrible performance issues, so I have to say it's like a good performance review. They did a good job. It's a solid game. It's not crashing a lot. It's not having huge lag spikes. I'm able to go area to area pretty easily. I'm able to grind up. I'm able to fight everyone. I'm able to do whatever I need to do in every area. And there's nothing really bad. I even updated my NVIDIA drivers, but I am on a 3080 GPU, so is my 3080 GPU saving my life? Is the fact that I have a 3080 actually really good because it's more stable than, say like a 4080 or a 5080? I have no idea. But my current setup with my 3080, my i9 12900K, 32 gigs of RAM, I'm on my SSD, it's working well. It's not having any issues, man. And that's what I like to see. So I'm at least having good problems, or I guess no problems there, and everything is working well in the Candy Kingdom. So I really am hoping that the game's going well for everyone else. Because I know a lot of people who are playing the game, you know, they're having fun now with the game. So, you know, I'm not really mad. Either way, let me know what you think. Do you like Borderlands? Do you hate Borderlands? Are you enjoying your time with the game? Yeah, just let me know. And as always, if you want to support the channel, you can sub, like, use Epic Games creator code Pupsker or anything like that, as I am an Epic partner. And if you ever buy anything on at the Epic Games Store, it helps support the channel. So, yeah, thanks everyone. Cheers.